So now we're going to talk about some effects that you can create after your paint is dry. So I've got these planets all done and they're all dry, and I'm going to create an effect that maybe I would use if I were going to put stars inside of a galaxy. So what you want to do, I'm going to use my small brush. I have clean water. I'm going to dip the tip right into the water, and I'll just choose this one. So it works best on darker backgrounds. You can do it on a lighter. It'll just show up more, of course, on a darker background. But all you're doing is taking the water and you're just kind of pushing it into a circle. And then I'll dab it off and do it a couple of more times, and you can see I'm left with a little glow effect. And when we get to the part where we add stars, we'll put a white cross effect on here, and it'll actually look like the star is glowing. And you can make this as big as you want it to be. So I'm going to scrub out another ring of paint here. So I went all the way around the circle that I've already scrubbed out, and now I'm making another ring around that one. So you can see I've got a nice little effect there waiting for a star. So now I'm going to show you how to create a crater effect. It's almost like a 3D effect. It's really cool. It's really easy. It's way easier than it looks. And I think we'll use this one because this one already has almost a crater effect in it. So I'm going to start the same way. I'm using my small brush, grabbing a little clean water, and I'm just going to scrub out the middle of this water bloom here. So I'm just applying water, and then I'll dab it off. And I'll do it in a couple more sections too, so we can have a few craters. And they don't have to be perfectly round. Most craters are not perfect, so give your shape some variation. Okay, so I'm going to make 3 craters. Once these are dry enough, I'm going to come in with a mixture of these colors. So it looks like I had some blue and some purple, and I'm going to mix it right on my palette. I'm just kind of grabbing whatever, just to come up with a little bit of a darker color. So I've got some pretty dark paint here, and I'm going to pretend that my light, let's just pretend that the sun is sitting over here. So the light is going to come in this way. That was lightning. It's storming here in Florida, of course. Ooh, there goes the thunder. Okay, so I'm going to pretend that my light is coming in from this way. And if it was, the light would hit the front of the ridge of the crater, and it would create a shadow on this edge of the crater inside. This would be the darkest part of my shadow. So I lay down a little curve of dark color there. I'm going to rinse off and dab my brush off, and then I'm just going to feather this edge. So I'm getting lighter and lighter in color, and I'm going to pull it out all the way to the other side. And you can see already how that looks like a 3D effect. And simply by putting a darker color over here and pulling it out to a lighter color over here. So now what you can do is take a little bit more of that darker color, and another shadow would form on the back side of the ridge. So I lay down a little darker color, and I'm just gonna feather it out a little bit. So a little dark right on the back side of my ridge. Rinse off and feather it out a little bit. Now, another thing you can do, as if that's not 3D enough, because light would also hit the front side of this ridge, you can scrub just a little right here and dab that off, and maybe feather that a little bit as well. There you are, and there you have a 3D effect of a crater in your planet. So I'll go ahead and do these other two just so you can watch the technique. So I think I'm going to add some more star effects to this one. And then we'll get started on how to actually create stars with ink or white paint. So I will see you on the next video.